All right, so let's solve this system algebraically. The main thing to watch out for is when you're solving a system, yes, we're going to set these equal to each other. So it's going to be like 1 over 3x equals 2x plus 5. But if it had started out as an equation like this, then I would just get a single answer, like x equals 2.5. Because it started out as a system, that means two separate equations. We're not just going to have an x value like 2.5. I'm just making that number up. But we will also have a y value. So it might be like 2.5 comma negative 1.34. Okay, so whenever you have a system, y equals this, y equals that, you're going to have ordered pairs. So on the test, don't ask me, Mr. Burton, do you just want just the x value or do you want me to put it as an ordered pair? You have to know on your own because it was a system. All right, now let's go follow through and solve it. The easiest way to solve a rational equation is to make the denominators the same. So I can just put a 3x down here. That's valid as long as I put a 3x up in the numerator as well. Let's go ahead and mention that excluded value. X cannot equal what, class?
0.
0. So now I can cancel out these like denominators. So that's going to give me 1 equals, little distributive property here. So that'll be 6x squared plus 15x. What do I do now? Yeah, Hidayah said let's subtract the 1 from both sides. As soon as you see that we have x squared and x, you know you need 0 on one side. So let's subtract that 1 from both sides. So I have 0 is equal to x squared plus 15x minus 1. And then normally we would try to factor this. But pretty soon, you try the 3x and the 2x, and then that doesn't work. Okay, like if I try to do inner plus outer equals middle like you do, inner I have 2x, outer I have 3x, that's not going to make 15. Turns out no matter which way I do it, even with 6 and 1 or whatever, there's no way to make 15. There's no way to do it. So what do you do when it's unfactorable? That's when you do the quadratic formula. Okay, very good. So that's what we're going to do. Remember, the quadratic formula goes like this. X is going to equal opposite of b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So that's what we're doing. I recommend finding the b squared minus 4ac part, also known as the discriminant. Find that first. So here we go. So obviously this is a, this is b, and this is c. So b squared minus 4ac, so that's 15 squared minus 4 times 6 times negative 1. And I usually just put that whole thing in my calculator. I heard Chloe saying that was going to be 249. 15 squared minus 4, 6, negative 1. So everyone should have gotten 249 for your discriminant. So earlier I saw people with different discriminants. So if you were getting something else, analyze what you did wrong. So the discriminant is 249. Then you go ahead with the rest of the problem. So opposite of b, so I've got negative 15 plus or minus square root 249 all over 12, because that's 2a. Now normally I would go ahead and take the square root of 249 and hope for a whole number. But I put that in and it just says radical 249, which means the calculator can't do anything with that. Remember at the beginning I said we need ordered pairs and everything. I need a y value. So the only way to do that is I really need a decimal. I need to turn this into a decimal so I can, that'll be my x value, and then I'm going to get the y values that go with it. I said value. I should have said values, plural, because I have plus and minus. So you just type it into your calculator. Type this into your calculator. Once with a plus and once with a minus. All right, don't get in my video for having your eyes closed, anyone. So we're just going to type this into the calculator. I hope you all will do this simultaneously along with me. You should start off in fraction mode right from the start. So then you've got your negative 15 plus square root 249 over 12. Okay, now it does this for a second. Ignore that and hit the toggle button. Boom. So that's 0.065. I'm going to round up because the next number is 9. So 0.065. All right, so 0.065. That's one of my x values. Maybe I'll just go ahead and leave space for the y value now. Now let's find the other x value by putting in a minus. So fraction mode again, negative 15 minus square root 249 over 12. Ignore that, toggle it. Negative 2.56. So these are my two x values. Now I need the y values that go with them. Sam. No, Kenny. You were there? You okay? So how do I get these y values? Yeah, you plug them into one of the two original equations. Okay? All right. Connor says let's use the bottom. Okay, 2x plus 5. And that's simple enough that we could just sort of type it in. I think I'll use the ask x feature anyway. So I'm going to use my table. And what was this? 2x minus 5? 2x plus 5? So 2x plus 5, make sure you're in ask x mode. Okay, so here I go. I'm just going to type in these two values. So 0.065. Okay, so that's 5.13. And negative 2.56. So that's negative 0.12. So these are the solutions to this system. All right, those would be the points of intersection between these two graphs if we graph them. And that's it.